Hey music lovers, I'm Tim Nichols with the Christian Rock and Metal Collective, and today I wanted to show you my Theocracy collection. I happen to think I've got a pretty cool Theocracy collection, and I thought you might want to check it out. Let's start with CDs, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with the newest albums and go all the way up to the oldest. First, let's talk about Mosaic. This is a really great CD. I love the variety that it offers. It even kind of moves into some thrash metal with the 6th Grade Extension and Insidious. Both of those songs really move into that thrashy, almost chaotic sound, and I really enjoy this album. I think this is probably their best work. And then when you have the last song, Red Sea, that really gives you all the prog or progressive elements to where it's just like every kind of style all up in one song. The song's almost 20 minutes long, but it is epic and it's absolutely worth your time. This, Mosaic, is a great album. Love the artwork on the CD. That looks really slick. Love the blue theme there. Just really pretty. Nice little insert. Not a whole lot of bells and whistles. Got the lyric sheet and some things like that. This is really cool. Then, of course, I have Ghost Ship. And Ghost Ship, up until Mosaic, was probably their best album. And I really struggle with which Theocracy album is the best one. It really depends on the day and it depends on my mood, but this one really scratches a lot of itches. It's got some great tracks on it. Around the World and Back and Call to Arms are probably my two favorite songs on this one, but Ghost Ship, a really great album from Theocracy. I'm really happy to have it on CD. Of course, As the World Bleeds, this album is absolutely loaded. It has all kinds of amazing songs on it. Of course, the opening track, I Am, I love that song. It's 11 minutes, and one of the things I love about this song is it has a lot of different progressive elements in it, even a little bit of an Irish touch. And then at the end, it just ends on that piano real melodically. It's just so cool. Such a great ending. The story on the ending is that Matt Smith didn't know what to do, so he just decided to just end the song, and it turned out to be pretty epic. But this is a fantastic album. Also, Nailed and 30 Pieces of Silver. This is some good stuff. Great album. And one of Theocracy's most underrated albums, in my opinion, is Mirror of Souls. This album is just simply incredible. My favorite song on this one is Laying the Demons to Rest. That thing, oh my goodness, it just has it all. It has melodic, it has thrash. Also, Mirror of Souls, a nice melodic sound, and then Absolution Day. Fantastic album. Of course, no collection is complete without the self-titled album. The self-titled album was actually all put together by Matt Smith, but this is the Ulterium remastered edition where they actually added some drums and cleaned up some of the mix and made it sound a little better. But Serpent's Kiss on this is a very underrated song, and this album, to be a debut album, is pretty darned excellent. I absolutely love it. Now let's move into vinyl. Of course, we have Theocracy Mosaic, and all of their albums are double LP. They have these really nice little gatefolds. Really cool stuff. I love the stained glass windows. It almost gives it kind of an orthodox feel, but this is a great album, as we already discussed with the CD. This one actually comes with some color vinyl, and I happen to get all the colors they offer. This is the Black Smoke. Check that out. Really cool, kind of a clear with a smoky touch to it, really sharp. A lot of times when Theocracy puts out two color vinyls, they don't always match, and this one's no exception. Because as you saw, one was clear, this one has more of the black. With the smoke to it, I thought that was just excellent. So really cool bonus with Theocracy is you get two different color vinyls when you buy their vinyl. In some cases, you're going to see also in other cases where they're the same. Also, a really important detail about this one is that there were only 500 of these made. So pretty cool. So I have 3 copies of this album. I like the little insert it comes with too. Really cool. And then it gives you the lyric sheet. Just kind of a cool touch. I love extras when it comes to music. But this one is the orange, and this is pretty cool. And these actually match, but check that out. This is the orange marble. Really cool looking. Bought this one off Amazon. Really outstanding. The other one looks pretty much the same, so I'm not going to show that, but they both have that same kind of orange. But this one, in my opinion, is the coolest one. And this one has, this is a limited edition. It doesn't say how many. The other two are limited to 500. It didn't say how many on this one, but it does say a limited edition. But here's what I love about this. Check this out. This is probably my favorite one. And they both look the same. But, whoo, that is so pretty. Love that blue. That's just absolutely gorgeous. When it comes to vinyl, Theocracy just does not play around. Then you have, of course, Ghost Ship, which is among their best albums. And, of course, it's a gatefold like the others. This is a standard black vinyl, so I won't really show that one off. You kind of know what they look like. Then this is one of the most recent releases from Ulterium Records. This is limited to 300 copies, and this is the blue marbled vinyl. Check this out. That, oh my goodness, it's just so beautiful. That is something else. Really love it. I think that's a pretty album. And with Theocracy, you know that sometimes you're going to get two different color vinyls, and this is no exception. This one's a little darker than the other. Really slick. Now next, As the World Bleeds, and of course you know this one is a gatefold as well, just like all of them are. Double vinyl, and this is just a standard black vinyl, but still really nice. But I've got another copy of this I'm going to show you at the end of the video that's really cool, so hang out. Also, Ulterium Records just recently re-released Mirror of Souls, and this one is limited to 300, and this is in that stark white vinyl. And I really like this because it's not translucent. I think sometimes you can go overkill with the translucent albums. That looks really cool. I like it. I like the white vinyl. It really gives me Soldiers Under Command white vinyl vibes from back in the 1980s with Stryper, so really cool stuff. This one is also limited to 300 copies. Then I also have Mirror of Souls that's issued in the standard black vinyl. Of course, as all of them, they're all gatefold. That artwork is incredible on this one. Love it. Love the hand reaching down. Just gives me Michelangelo vibes with the Sistine Chapels. Just really cool. And then ultimately, last but not least, in the vinyl, I have the white vinyl on the self-titled album. I am still kind of on the lookout for the black vinyl edition of this. So if anybody knows about it, anybody knows where one is, let me know. I'd love to purchase it. But of course, limited to 300 copies. This one's going to have your standard stark white vinyl. Pretty cool stuff. So there is all of my Theocracy vinyl that I have, other than the one I'm going to show you at the end of this video that I think is the coolest piece that I have. But I also want to show you some novelty items, some things that you don't see laying around in everyone's collection for Theocracy. And we'll start off with the Ulterium Records sampler. These are samples of several of Ulterium Records bands. So Theocracy is going to have Hide in the Fairy Tale and the song titled Theocracy on the 2013 sampler. And what's really cool about the 2015 sampler is while it doesn't have a Theocracy song on it, it does have the Project Aegis single Collide and Spark, which features Matt Smith from Theocracy. This is really cool to have. Then the 2019 sampler has Ghost Ship on it, and it has Project Aegis Angels in the Ashes. So that's pretty cool to have. Now, some other interesting stuff that I have is I also have the Digipack for Mosaic. And what's really cool about a Digipack is it kind of almost gives you a vinyl-like experience. Has a little insert inside here that you can pull out. I'm not super crazy about Digipacks, but I mean, it is cool to own. It's a neat little novelty item. It's a bit different. But this next thing I'm going to show you is extremely different, and this is a Theocracy booklet CD. I actually ordered this from, I believe, Sweden, if I remember right. There was somebody from Sweden that had a copy of it, and it was brand new, but when you open it up, you got your CD. Then it has a cool little booklet on the inside of it. It takes you to some pictures and the lyric sheet, but I just thought that was really neat, had to have that. Also, the Theocracy self-titled, this is actually on Metal Ages Records. This was before they signed with Ulterium, and this is the one that has all of Matt Smith on it, and the drums were electronic on this one. On the Ulterium, they did some remixing to the sound, but they also went ahead and added an actual drummer to kind of improve that. But this is pretty neat to own. Even though it doesn't sound as good as the Ulterium, it's really not bad at all, and those electronic drums are actually pretty impressive. And then we have As the World Bleeds. What's really cool about this one is it's got the OBI with it, the Obi, and it includes 2 bonus songs. One of them is Martyr live in studio, and then the second one is a Neil Morse cover, I'm in a Cage. They do a great job on that song. If you've never heard Neil Morse, he is also an incredible metal musician. I recommend that you check him out. But a couple other cool little things about this is, as I said, it comes with the OBI. And then it comes with an extra little insert, and it is in Japanese. So, really kind of neat. And then last, but certainly not least, I have Wages of Sin in the single. Wages of Sin and Theocrapella on it. Really cool little bonus item to have. And just to give you a quick little look at it, this is in 45 RPMs. It's really cool to have this. But now let me show you the jewel in my Theocracy collection. I told you to hold out to the end, so here it is. Check it out. This is what I'd have to say is the coolest thing in my Theocracy collection. And this is the 2-color vinyl. It comes in like a gray marbled. And this is the blood red. It's a little difficult to tell with this lighting, but this is a cool album. But what I love the most about it is signed by the band. The lineup that existed at that time. Really cool stuff. Just in case you were interested, I also have some Theocracy stickers on my door, in my cave. Really think these are cool. Some of my favorite stuff in here. Ulterium Records is really just an amazing record label. Although Theocracy is not on a record label with them anymore, I am going to be featuring some other stuff that they produce that's really good. Anyhow, there is my Theocracy collection. I happen to think it's pretty amazing. God bless you. Keep calm. Jesus on.